Children are supposed to grow up in a home filled with love, support, and encouragement. But what happens when the people who are meant to protect you are the very ones who hurt you the most? What if the voices that shape your childhood are toxic? According to the American Psychological Association, emotional abuse is one of the most common, yet most overlooked forms of child maltreatment. It doesn't leave bruises on the skin, but it can leave invisible scars that last a lifetime. Words from a parent don't just disappear. They shape the way a child sees themselves, the world, and their worth. You see, the way parents talk to their children becomes the voice inside the child's head. Encouraging words build confidence. Cruel words create self-doubt, shame, and sometimes lifelong emotional wounds. So how can you recognize the signs? Let's look at 8 toxic phrases that parents should never say and the damage they can cause. If you've heard these before or know someone who has, it might explain struggles with self-esteem, relationships, or even mental health later in life. 1. Criticizing appearance. You're too fat. Your nose is ugly. Why can't you look more like other kids? These words cut deeper than parents realize. When a child's appearance is attacked, they start to believe their value is tied to how they look. This can create body image issues, anxiety, and even eating disorders. Instead of teaching self-acceptance, the child learns that love is conditional based on looks. Parents should model self-love, not body shaming. 2. Mocking the way a child acts. Why do you walk like that? Why are you so awkward? Stop being so weird. Children naturally believe what their parents say. So when their behavior is ridiculed, they internalize the message, something is wrong with me. As they grow, they may struggle with social anxiety, constantly fearing that people are laughing at them. They stop being authentic and instead perform a version of themselves they think will be accepted. The result? An adult who feels like they never truly belong. 3. Expressing regret about having children. I wish I never had kids. You ruined my life. If it weren't for you, I'd be happy. Hearing this from a parent is devastating. It tells the child that their very existence is a mistake. This kind of rejection can lead to deep feelings of worthlessness, depression, and in severe cases, self-harm. It crushes their identity before it even has a chance to grow. Every child deserves to feel wanted. Parents who say this rob them of that basic right. 4. Making children feel like a burden. You cost me too much. You're such a headache. I can't deal with you anymore. Statements like these force children to shrink themselves. They learn to hide their needs, suppress their emotions, and avoid asking for help just to avoid being scolded. Later in life, they may become adults who never speak up for themselves, who apologize for existing, or who believe their worth depends on not being too much. Love is supposed to feel safe, not transactional. 5. Unhealthy comparisons. Why can't you be more like your sister? Your cousin is smarter than you. The other kids are better behaved. Comparing children to others only breeds insecurity and resentment. It tells them they'll never measure up, no matter how hard they try. It can also damage sibling relationships, planting jealousy and rivalry, where there should be love and support. Each child is unique. Parents should nurture individuality, not pit kids against each other like rivals in a competition. 6. Verbal attacks. You're stupid, eh? You'll never amount to anything. You're a failure. Harsh words like these don't motivate children. They crush them. Over time, children start to believe these labels, repeating them silently as they face challenges in school, work, and relationships. Instead of trying new things, they fear failure. Instead of chasing goals, they settle for less because their own parents convinced them they weren't capable. Encouragement inspires growth. Insults kill it. 7. Threatening abandonment. If you don't behave, I'll leave you. One day, you'll wake up and I'll be gone. For a child, nothing is more terrifying than losing a parent's love. Empty threats of abandonment create lifelong trust issues. These children grow into adults who fear rejection in every relationship. They may cling too tightly or push people away first, just to avoid being left. Love should feel unconditional. Using it as a weapon teaches only fear. 8. Breaking promises. If you do this, I'll buy you that. I promise we'll go next time. But then the promise is broken. When this happens repeatedly, children stop trusting. They feel betrayed, even if the parent didn't mean harm. It teaches them that words are meaningless, that people can't be counted on, and that trust is dangerous. Consistency builds security. Broken promises build walls. Words may not bruise the skin, but they bruise the heart and mind. Childhood is the foundation of who we become, and toxic words repeated again and again don't just fade away. They echo in adulthood, shaping how someone sees themselves and how they let others treat them. So I want to ask you, have you ever experienced words like these from a parent or seen a friend go through it? How did it affect you? Talking about this openly matters because silence keeps the cycle alive. If you know someone who could benefit from hearing this, share this video with them. Parents and future parents need to understand the way you talk to your child matters more than you think. If you care about creating healthier families and raising more compassionate kids, don't forget to subscribe for more psychology content. And as always, thank you for watching.